guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I am here deep within the convention center at the LA Auto Show, and definitely had to be at the Subaru booth because there's a lot of excitement going on, and this is one of those cars that's making me excited. This is it. This is a 2024 Subaru BRZ TS. But before we get into this extra track honed sports car from Subaru, let's talk about what's going on here. If I say Subaru, you would say all-wheel drive. Well, guess what? The BRZ is their only vehicle that actually does not come all-wheel drive. But what it does have is a lot of that great performance dynamics that they have developed over years of rally racing and road racing. Because guess what? In Japan, in the Super GT series, the BRZ is a very potent track weapon. Now, what's interesting is that when the new generation of the BRZ came out, a lot of people still love that traditional light sports car, rear-wheel drive, and availability of a manual transmission. But Subaru wanted to make sure to bring the next step for those that want even more performance. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a new sports car and you're looking for value, is the BRZ TS the way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this World Rally Blue BRZ and find out. Right off the bat, the color. I don't care if you're looking at a WRX or a BRZ, World Rally Blue fits the brand to a T. Now, at the front of the business, you're gonna notice that great sharp headlight design, full LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, and I like the way you can see the bright red BRZ script on the daytime running lamp. Now, working your way down, they went very aggressive for the new gen with functional corner air curtains. Like the way they kept the flat black, no gloss black. And then as we come across that low slung nose, I really like the way they tweaked the design from the previous gen to this current gen. So you're gonna have your functionality in the center. Of course, we still have that flat 4 engine underneath the hood, nice prominent splitter. And then one of the things that I think a lot of people don't fully appreciate with this car is the driving dynamics. So as we rise up, underneath this hood, which you can see how the body lines just flow nicely into the hood. Underneath the hood, you're gonna have a naturally aspirated 2.4 liter flat 4 engine. It does have 228 horsepower, and I think the best news is, compared to the previous generation, they got rid of that stupid torque dip, which not ruined, but it kind of muddied the driving experience. Now, as we come around the bend, we're gonna see one of the big changes since this is a BRZ TS. And that's where we're gonna look at our tires and wheels. So you're gonna get these nice black metallic, like a gunmetal gray wheel, and look at what we have. Brembo calipers in the gold color, just like the STIs of the past. You're also gonna get SAC suspension all 4 corners. So this isn't just a badge. You're getting real performance braking. So Brembo calipers all 4 corners, and more track honed suspension at all 4 corners. Love the style of the wheel. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size? 18-inch wheel. They're wrapped in those Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. And then, of course, with the nice large rotors and calipers, you're gonna get some really great braking that's gonna happen. Now, still, if you take this TS to the track, I'm not even gonna say I recommend it. I warn you, you definitely need to make sure you swap out the stock brake fluid and put more track focus, like Motul 600V track fluid. That's what you want to have to make sure that the pedal stays nice and firm every single lap. Now, as we rise up, I'm gonna have Lori swing around and show you that rear fender area. I love the way it's got the functional arrow. But another way to see that this is a TS is you're actually gonna get the metallic gloss black on the mirror cap. So it's the wheels, it's the brakes, and it's the mirror caps. That's an easy way to tell that this is a BRZ TS. Now, coming down the side of the vehicle, love that side skirt extension. And then keeping to the way they always have done it at Subaru, you're getting the solid Brembo calipers, those monoblock calipers, all 4 corners. Now, why do they call it a monoblock caliper? I'm here to tell you why. They actually take a block of aluminum and form the caliper from a solid block, one piece. instead of multiple pieces. It makes it more rigid. It's going to give you better braking and, of course, consistent braking. Now, as we come around the back, I love the way that they have that nice, almost like a duckbill kick up to the rear trunk area. You got your LED lighting, and then there it is, that BRZ TS badge. Like the way it's got that cherry blossom color, just like the original STI days. And then working our way down, you're gonna have your dual outlet exhausts, limited slip diff, and still the availability of a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what's different with this BRZ TS. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 BRZ TS. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I really want one of these BRZs. They look so damn good. You always have so much fun driving it. How much is this? So no official pricing yet for the BRZ TS, but I'm gonna expect it to probably be right around $38,000. That seems to make sense to me. But let's see what the interior looks like when you go TS to the door panels. I love the way you're still gonna get that Alcantara material up top. We got the blue contrast stitching on the armrest. That is specific to the BRZ TS. And of course you have a good sized cup holder. You could put a nice large bottle of root beer, or you could put a big old container of yogurt, whatever you wanna do. Going from the door panel to the dash, same soft touch material, just like your regular BRZ. We have our standard 8-inch infotainment system. I can't show it to you because we are at the auto show. You do get an STI start-stop button, and we have our AC controls, dual climate, which is nice. Look at how they did the blue stitching on the shift boot, and then we have that short throw 6-speed manual transmission. One of the best transmissions I've ever driven. You got your track button to go into track mode. Just hit that. That puts you into track mode. Shut the traction control off. And you have 2 stages of heated seats, which are really nice. Finally, on this generation, you get a real armrest. And you actually have 2 more cup holders and 2 USB-As in there and an aux jack. And then really the crescendo are the seats. They look like Recaros. They got the World Rally blue in the center. The stitching, they are manual adjustment for the passenger, manual adjustment for the driver. And I'm gonna try something, Lori, without it hitting me in the head. There we go. You still get rear seats. Now, they are on the tighter side, but you still get rear seats even with this being a BRZ TS. And if you ever wondered, well, Joe, why do they call this a BRZ TS? It means tuned by STI. So now you know. But why don't you get your butt over here? I want to show you behind the wheel of this BRZ. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel of this BRZ TS. When you come in, you're going to get that aluminum sill plate to greet you every time. But the better part are the aluminum pedals in the pedal box. Clutch, brake, throttle, and dead pedal. And the great news is, to do your heel-toe downshifting at the track, Subaru knows how to place pedals, and they do it perfectly so that you can make that happen. Now, you'll notice that you have your manual seat controls, but it's okay because it's one of those things, like once you set it, you'll forget it, and that's okay because it'll be perfectly set for you. Being a smaller car, I'm 6 feet tall, and you got plenty of room in here, especially to get your helmet on for an autocross event or your track day. And then the steering wheel, nice small diameter. You don't need some flat bottom steering wheel. Blue, World Rally blue stitching all the way around, flat black on the switch gear. And then you do have your digital gauge cluster, which we can't turn on because we are at the auto show, but that does fully illuminate and give you obviously your tack and everything else. But why don't we go ahead? I want to take you for a spin this thing, but we're not ready yet. But let's wrap it up from the auto show. All right, guys, another crazy day here at the LA Auto Show, especially at the Subaru booth, where they kind of blend the outdoorsy, the dogs, and the rally racing all in one location. But let me know what you think about this BRZ TS. Do you think Subaru did the right steps to really fine-tune this track weapon to make it even handle better and brake better than ever before? Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Of course, we need to give it up. Lori Givens. Lori Givens Raiti, working like a champ, just like always. Thank you, Lori, for being the badass you are. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.